Hey there, buddy. It's just me again. Came into my mind last night, so I'm just checking in. It's been far too long now since I last saw you, my friend. So happy.
Good morning, welcome to today's video. I have just got out of the shower. My lupus rash is bad. It's okay, I'm dealing with it.
From me to you. Hey there, buddy. It's just me again. I wonder what you're doing now. And if you're listening, I just wish there was some way things could have been.
I don't even know if you're safe up there, but I've just dried my hair and clipped it out of the way. I got excited because I forgot that I bought a new Christmas jumper and I have to show you it, and I'm going to try it on. I haven't even tried it on yet. Just been a bit manic. It's from Asda, and I actually saw it online like way before, and I hadn't seen it in store. I really wanted to feel it to make sure it wasn't like itchy. I've got very sensitive skin, so but it's not. It's lovely. Is that not like the Christmassiest Christmas jumper you've ever seen? I love it. I love red and pink together. There's little tiny pom-poms on the Rudolph's noses. Adorable. Let's try it on. I think I just went for the biggest size they do, to be honest, which is what I normally do with like supermarket clothes when they're not in proper dress sizes. Oh no. Does it maybe feel a little bit itchy on? Let's keep going. Oh my god, it's so cute. Okay, you could have told me that I didn't rub my moisturiser in properly on my nose. It's really cute. I think I would have liked it to be a bit more oversized, but that's just my preference for how I like to wear jumpers. But it's actually got a bit of like a little sort of balloon sleeve going on, like it goes in smaller at the wrists. It's very cute. Oh, it's getting me excited. This gets me excited. Now I'm going to get dressed in what I'm actually wearing today. And today I'm actually going to wrap some presents. I started buying Christmas presents really early this year because what with my health, it's so unpredictable, and if everything gets too late and then all of a sudden like my whole family send me what they want all at once, ordering it all, having it all arrive, wrapping it all, organising it all in a short amount of time, if I go into a flare, I physically can't do that. So yeah, I started ages ago. So I've actually got a few things downstairs that have just arrived, so I'm going to unbox them and wrap them, which I'm hoping will get me in the festive spirit, because what with feeling so unwell, it's hard to feel like festive and jolly. But a good thing is, from yesterday, my lupus rash on my eyes has actually got better from using the treatment that they gave me. So that's really good, because oh, it was painful and sore and it looked terrible. It looks a lot better now, so I'm happy about that. Yeah, right, let's go wrap some presents. Table. I think I'm starting to get a migraine, so this is your little reminder. Drink some water, take your meds. This house was decorated so weird. I literally just noticed that around the edge of this room it's painted blue, like a really light blue, but there's this like tiny little bit at the top of the wall that they've not painted. They've just missed it between it and the ceiling. And I've been here nearly a year and I've never noticed that, so strange. I think they were, well, they were just an old couple, and I think maybe they just did their best and it was what it was, do you know what I mean? Which is fine. But yeah, it just means that randomly all the time I notice stuff like this about my house, even though it's been a year. Right, we're gonna wrap some prezzies. I'm gonna try my best not to show you the actual presents because there's some people I don't trust not to watch these videos. But yeah, I just got all the wrapping paper down. I basically did say to people, because I normally, if you've been around for a while, you'll know this, but me and Ben have a tradition that we normally around sort of like the 10th of December, sort of in the first, between the first and second weeks of December at some point, we go to a big shopping centre and do like a big festive shop where we get any like presents that we can get in person. We go out for dinner after, and the main thing is that we get like all of our Christmas cards for people and pick out our wrapping paper, and we normally pick out like a couple of baubles together whilst we're out. But I have a wrapping paper addiction, and I've accumulated them because I like them, but then I like the New Year ones before the old ones have run out. So basically I did say to everyone last year, just so you know, you're going to be getting some presents wrapped in old wrapping paper from last year, because there's absolutely nothing wrong with it, and obviously no one cares. But I like I like all the wrapping and like the decorating the presents with all the bows and all the little, last year I did ones with like little strings of festive lights, and I love all that. So it makes me feel bad that I'm giving people paper from last year, but no one cares. And look, I've got so much and I don't want to be wasteful, so we've got some gold soldiers, we've got some kitties, got like a little Scandi one. That cat one's fabulous, and it was from HomeSense, and it is such a huge roll, it'll last me forever. Oh, I've still got some of the pink one, that's like little like mice, like nutcracker vibes. There's like a kitschy one, got like a brown, like something for everyone. And if you thought that was it and that was enough to have left over, no, I've got more. It is such a dark day, like I can't even tell you. It's so dark outside, it's rained basically all day. I'm like, yeah, the lighting feels like it's 6 PM and it's not. It's also very windy. Got gingerbread, I've got a Disney one in there, I've got a Friends one. That one's never even been opened. Got another pink princessy one. That'll be what my presents are wrapped in this year from Ben. Another Disney one. I've got loads. So, although this year I've actually got like quite a few big presents, so that makes me happy because it means that I'll probably get through like a lot of paper, which is good. Yeah, I just wanted to talk with you guys first about sort of like my hopes for Christmas time. I think like the last few Christmases really have been weird because obviously, I'm trying to think, 2020, yeah, 2020, me and Ben spent Christmas alone because it was full lockdown when they announced it like a week before. We were meant to be going to my parents, I think, and being with my whole family, and yeah, they changed the rules and me and Ben were home alone. Although genuinely one of our favourite Christmases ever, like we just had so much fun and it was super chill and the food was amazing, and so yeah. And then last year was just a bit of a whirlwind because we moved house. We moved in here 10 days before Christmas, and so all of our normal build up to Christmas wasn't normal. Like all of our like prep and like when we usually do things and traditions and stuff just sort of had to go out of the window. So we were obviously packing, planning to move, planning everything, making sure the cats were taken care of. It was a lot. And I actually don't know how I even pulled off Christmas in this house last year. I mean, I absolutely could not have done it without Ben. If you don't know, our moving day was absolutely horrific. Like, I genuinely think me and Ben have both got PTSD from it. Like, I'm smiling and laughing as a coping mechanism. I'm being dead serious. It's that bad. We still can't talk about it with each other. Basically, if you don't know, the moving men turned up and there was only 2 guys. We were meant to have more. The van was tiny and we had booked a big one. Like, we were moving from a fairly big 2-bedroom house to a big 3-bedroom house. We had a lot of furniture, a lot of like big items, because we were taking everything, because everything like we bought when we moved in. So like our fridge, our cooker, all the big stuff we moved with. Not to mention the entire garden's worth of stuff, because we dug up everything, all of our trees, everything that we moved, and it's come here and it's flourishing and it's amazing. But yep, we were up at like 4 AM, genuinely. Just, I think we weren't sleeping well anyway. And my lupus and my fibromyalgia were really flaring, just because obviously the stress of moving. Like, even if you, so I started packing like in summer, genuinely, because I know my health and preparation is key. And so I started packing really slowly and gradually so that it wouldn't be manic near the time, which was amazing. Well done past me, because that really did save me. But it's still stressful, like everyone says. I mean, and we were crazy really, because we did wedding, move house, wedding. And if you know, everyone says that weddings and moving house are 2 of the most stressful things a person can do. And we did it 3 times in the space of a year. Yeah, and so I just was flaring and I was very unwell anyway, just obviously in the final week. And that we'd been strung along about our moving day. We'd been promised a much earlier day, because I really didn't want to move that close to Christmas, but we had to, there was no choice. So it was just crazy, like it just was what you would expect basically. But then on the day, yeah, we were up at like 4 AM getting everything ready, and then when they turned up, it just was like everything went to hell in a handbasket. Like, I don't know what we would have done without our friends and family. Like, Ben's best friend Levi genuinely saved our lives. Like, so at the time I was really unwell, and I'd been given morphine, which I have on my repeat prescription because of my very high levels of chronic pain. And I rarely ever take it. Like, I can count on one hand the amount of times I've taken it, even though it's been on my repeat prescription. Like, I could get it every month for 2 years now. I just don't like the way it feels. I don't like that. There's only been, I have to feel like I'm literally dying to give in and take it, and I'm very stubborn. So there's been many times where everyone around me is like, you have it for a reason, take it, but I don't. But anyway, I took it that day, and I didn't eat enough, and I was overexerting, obviously, to like just like helping move everything and like moving the cats around, because we had a whole plan about how to least stress them out. And yeah, the second they turned up, we knew everything was not going to fit. We were meant to be, what a joke, moved into this house at 2 PM. Genuinely at 10 PM, we were still not moved in. And also, thank God to the lovely man that bought our old house, because he lived real close by. He didn't even need a moving van, and he was just like, he turned up at the time we were meant to be gone, and I was crying and projectile vomiting everywhere. It was real bad. The morphine basically had a really bad effect on me that day, and I could not stop being sick, and I was just completely out of it. I couldn't even stand up. It was just dreadful. And then, yeah, Ben was so upset because he couldn't look after me, because he had to keep moving. And the guy was just like, take your time, it's honestly fine. I literally ran a corner. I'm not even immediately moving in, so like, don't worry. And we were like, you are our saviour. And we actually went round and gave him champagne and a thank you card after, because what would we have done if they wanted us out at like 2 p.m. We would have been fucked. Like, I don't know what we would have done. So anyway, Ben had a work van, and then his best friend Levi, who I adore, turned up with his work van, and we put everything we could in those, and it just was crazy. They then had to leave, and Ben was really upset and really didn't want to leave me, and bless him, he called my parents and he called my brothers and he called everyone and was just like, please someone go to Jess, like, I've had to leave her, but I'm really concerned, she's not okay, she can't stop being sick, she can't stand up. It was fucking terrible. I'm laughing, but it's not funny at all. It wasn't funny at all. My brother and his partner, Abby, my friend, turned up, and they were horrified at the state of me, and they bought me food, and my older brother gave us a telling off and was like, you two need an adult to supervise you at all times. You can't be trusted to do things on your own. And he was like, I bet neither of you have eaten. And I was like, I had half a banana at 6 a.m. But then I threw it up. And he was like, right, and you're on morphine. And I was like, yep. And he was like, right, eat this toasty. And I ate, and for about 10 minutes, I felt glorious. I felt like a new woman. Thought, oh my God, this is it. I'm going to get through the day now. All I need is a meal in me. No, literally, then I could not stop being sick. It just went up a level. It got worse. Yeah, and then I was devastated because of my cats, because like I said, I'd made this whole plan where basically I'd left all of their stuff in one room and left them with it, like, so that none of their stuff had gone, and they still had all their little hidey posts and scratch posts and toys in their beds and everything, so they were super comfortable, and they were honestly doing so well, and I was literally so pleased that that plan had worked. And we shut them in there in the morning. We told the moving guys and everyone, don't go in that room, just leave them be, and we'll move them out last by putting their stuff in our van, like Ben's work van. Yeah, and we'll do it that way, and then I'll take the cats themselves in the car with me to the new house. And that way they're the least disturbed. Well, obviously it didn't happen like that, and we had to move them, and then like everything was just a shit show, and then I couldn't comfort them because I genuinely could barely open my eyes. I was slurring my words. I just was not okay. And Abby, bless her, saved my life personally, because she sat in there with my cats and comforted them. And Figaro, like, up until that point, genuinely I think she changed my cat's life. Figaro, he is not a trusting boy. Like, they're both rescues. They both had really rough starts in life, and he just is not. It takes a long time for him to get comfortable with someone, basically. Like, he only up until that point was really comfortable to come out and be around and socialise with me and Ben and Ben's mum, because Ben's mum had them a few times when we'd gone away, like, and we had to build up over the space of a year to get him even comfortable being at hers. I love my animals. Like, this is how I am with my animals. If you don't know as well, like, I'll do anything for them, and I will do everything slowly and properly to give them the best life in the world. Cleo's fine. She's an agent of chaos, and she loves it all, and she also loves anyone that comes around, and she's just, yeah, she's easygoing. That's my other cat, by the way, if you don't know. Yeah, and he was not okay, and he started like crying and panting, and I just was getting so worked up. And she just sat in there and comforted him. And when I came in, after I could finally stand up and I wanted to check on them, he was under the quilt on her lap, and she was playing him classical music. I could cry. Like, it makes me emotional, because I'm forever grateful to her for this, because they are my babies. And he was chill. He was just laying there, and he'd stop panting and he'd stop freaking out. And she was like, I remember how you said that he liked classical music, and I remember how you said he liked to hide under the quilt. And I was like, I literally love you. And genuinely, since that day, he is so much more sociable around people other than us. I think he learned that day through Abby that he can trust other people and that he can enjoy their company. Because he's so sociable now, and he loves Sam and Abby now because of that. But yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, and then it just was awful. And whilst we were looking after the cat, whilst I was in bed and Abby was looking after the cats, my brother then was moving the last bits of stuff down that I was going to do before everything happened. And yeah, it honestly was terrible. And then my parents turned up and they were helping us, and it just was, we both cried. It was awful. And I can't remember how I started this conversation. now. But yeah, it was dreadful. And so because of that, that's where I was going with this. Because of that, I spent 3 days straight after we moved in. Literally, I couldn't get out of bed other than to go to the toilet. And it was the first time I was really annoyed that our bathroom is downstairs because going up and down the stairs was genuinely like felt impossible. I couldn't take any of my tablets without throwing them up, which then obviously made my lupus spiral out of control. And my pain and everything. I couldn't eat. And on the fourth morning, I tried toast, dry toast, threw it up. And was like, I said to Ben, maybe, and a cracker, threw that up. And I was like, maybe I need to try something wet. Can I please have some yoghurt? And he went and got me some yoghurt, and I genuinely had a spoonful, and I felt like a new woman. And I was like, oh my God, thank God. Because I could tell at that point that part of the reason why I felt so ill was because I hadn't eaten in 3 days. So then, yeah, I managed to eat a few spoonfuls of yoghurt that day, and then the next day I could eat like some more solid food, and then, but it genuinely was about a week until I could come downstairs and like walk around and be left on my own and like just function. It was absolutely dreadful. One of the worst bouts of illness with my lupus I've ever had since I got ill. And Ben was just my knight in shining armour. Like, he cracked on in a way he has never cracked on before. Like, I could not believe the stuff he had managed in the house when I came downstairs finally after that week, because genuinely I was that unwell that I was just having to focus sometimes on getting through the minute, not even the hour or the day. Like, it was that bad. I genuinely felt like I was dying. Yeah, dreadful. And I came downstairs and he'd unpacked loads of stuff. He'd made the living room, like, he'd put everything in the living room really cosy. And I mean, my parents were saviours, because when they turned up here on moving day, they made sure, like, my dad went and set up our bed in our bedroom. My mum made the guys set up the, like, our friends and brother set up the sofa and put it where he wanted it, and the TV, so at least we had like some home comforts. And Ben had like unpacked my favourite mug, and just, it was just really amazing. I honestly, he saved me. And I came down and was like, oh my God, you've done so much, you're amazing. He'd cleaned everything, he'd ripped up the carpets that we needed ripping up, just because the old people had dogs and we had cats, and it's better for the cats to adjust. And he was just crazy. He was amazing. So the fact that, I mean, that was on the 15th, so a week would have been literally like a few days before Christmas. And everyone was saying to me, like, you're not going to be able to host Christmas, like, it's okay, just, but you're not, just get your head around that. And also, just don't bother decorating. And I was like, do you know me at all? Have you ever met me? There's no way. There's no way I can go over Christmas without decorating. So we did. We went crazy a few days before Christmas decorating, and I'm really thankful that, like, Ben had booked so much time off. He'd used basically all his holiday for that build up beforehand, because it meant he was here with me, and like, we wrapped everyone's presents in one afternoon, mainly him. We decorated the whole house, and we'd actually bought our Christmas tree before we moved, and then moved it with us on moving day. I'd done all that in prep. And yeah, I mean, it was honestly a lovely Christmas, because we'd made it like that. Like, because we did decorate and everything, it already felt like home, and the cats already felt like home. It was just amazing. So yeah, I mean, long story short, this feels like our first real Christmas in the house. Do you know what I mean? We didn't have any build up. Everything was rushed and crazy. And we did host, by the way. We had my parents over for Christmas. We made a full Christmas dinner. We had Ben's mum over the next day and made another full Christmas dinner. We did host. And it was lovely, and it was all new and exciting. And like, so actually, since the weather's turned and like it's dark and stuff really early, when we go out and all like the lights are on, I get so much warm fuzzy feelings, because it just reminds me of when we moved in now, and not moving day, don't get me wrong, all that first week. But after that, like a few days leading up to Christmas, and then the Christmas period, like, we didn't even know, we'd never lived here before, and we didn't know the area, and just driving around and figuring out how to get to different places and being like, oh my God, that's nearby, and oh, we've got that right around the corner. And like meeting all the neighbours. Oh my God, I've never had such friendly, welcoming neighbours. It was incredible. Yeah, it was just lovely. And but this feels even more special because it's like we're actually going to get the full build up where we can relax. And so that's also why I did a lot of stuff early this year, to be quite honest, because I said to Ben, I really just want to be able to relax and like watch Christmas movies with you, not have to cram everything into a week like we did last year. So yeah. Anyway, sorry that I nattered on for so long, but it was nice to tell the story and relive it, and actually talking about it's got me feeling really festive. Not moving day. That's going to be the motto of this vlog. Not moving day. We don't talk about moving day. Yeah, but the Christmas period last year was really special and new and exciting, and it was like a real fresh start. When like New Year came, it was like, oh my god, it felt like we were starting a whole new life, and then our wedding was coming up, and it just, yeah, it was lovely. But I'm really excited to have a more relaxing Christmas time this year, and so is my lupus. So let's get wrapping. I've got a massive box here that I haven't even opened yet, got delivered, weighs a ton. There's some stuff in here for us, and then there's, I think, my mum's Christmas present. She's one of the people I don't trust not to watch this video. I never think of anyone that I know in real life watching my videos, like literally ever. So whenever anyone says like, oh, I saw that in your video, I'm like, you did what? And every now and then my mum will say that, and I'm so, I don't know why, I'm so taken aback by it. I'm like, you watched my video? So yeah, I definitely can't show what I've got her because she might just pop in on this video. I'm gonna have to stand up. Really exciting stuff. Okay, I'm so excited. I forgot about a couple of these items. So this is all from Cath Kidston, and actually my mum does know what I've got her because she asked me for it. But I'm still not going to show it. Cath Kidston blew it out of the water this year with their Christmas stuff. Last year I was really disappointed because I normally love their stuff, and to this day there's a set of wrapping paper we had from them, gosh, maybe in 2014, 2015, 2016 possibly, that I still have never forgot. It's my favourite Christmas wrapping paper I've ever had in my life. The print was so cute. And they bought out a pair of pyjamas in my favourite print from one of those wrapping sets. And I never got them, and I'm still annoyed at myself I didn't, because it's like my favourite Christmas print ever. So I always have gone back ever since, and over the years I've bought like a Christmas mug here and there, and Ben's got me some bits like from their Christmas stuff for Christmas. And then last year I was really disappointed. I didn't love anything, but this year they've upped their game. It's like how it used to be. So I got their oven glove. These last so well. The first oven glove of theirs I bought, again, probably since like 2013 or 2014, still going strong. Like, I might need to throw it out next year, like, because it's starting to look tatty, but like, it's lasted that long, being used, being washed. I love it. And then because I love that one so much, I think Ben actually got me that for Christmas, that I asked for it. Because no one wants an oven glove that they haven't asked for as a Christmas present, if you're watching this, particularly men if you're watching this. But I asked for it, I loved it. But yeah, then they brought out Christmas ones, and again, I've got a few of them and they're great, but then last year, no. But this one, this print is so me. Why am I messing around not getting out? But look, it's just, oh my goodness, look at that. I love it so much, that little happy Santa. I can't cope. So much so that I got the matching tablecloth, and I'm so excited about this. Because last year, so yeah, this is the first, our old house didn't have a dining room, and we had no space for a dining table. And we hated that. It was like a main thing we wanted for this house, especially because we wanted this next house to be our family home. We really wanted a proper dining table. Even if it weren't a separate dining room, a kitchen big enough that had a table in it would have done, whatever, but this had a whole dining room and it's huge in here. I love it. yeah, and I'd been in love with this pale pink linen tablecloth, and we just used that, and it looked lovely with the way I did the tablescape. In fact, I'll include pictures here because I'm genuinely so proud of it, especially given the story I just told. But this one, I didn't get a Christmassy one last year. It was all too much. But this, I'll use for years to come. Oh, I love it so much. I literally love it so much. The little dainty details, like there's little stars and sparkles everywhere, which make it look like, oh my God, look at there's reindeers, there's a ballerina. I'm in love. And if you thought, oh, she really does love that print because she got 2 things. No, you're wrong. I love it so much I got 3 things in the print. There's bedding. I am obsessed with Christmas bedding, and genuinely gutted because I had just really got into it and I'd bought a couple sets that I adored. One was a Grinch one that was actually from Primark and I love it still, and the other one was like a kitschy 50s vibe, like Christmas kittens print. You can imagine how much I love that. And then we got a bigger bed and they fit doubles. Gutted. But what I do is I have kept the double quilt, and at Christmas time, because I love a duvet day at Christmas time, like an actual proper put the duvet on the sofa. But I don't love using my duvet off my bed, if that makes sense. And I also don't love, I'm not going to bring down a Super King quilt onto my sofa. My sofa's not big enough for that. So I kept the double quilt and I put the Christmas bedding on it at Christmas, and it comes down, and the cats adore it as well. They love laying on a quilt. Love that it's got this on it. Remove bag for display purposes. Was this not meant to be sent to me? Just check it's the right size. Yep, Super King. It's the same print, pure cotton. Oh, I can't tell you how excited I am. And I actually go up in like Christmas vibes. Like our first set has got like green and red polka dots, it's white, and then it's got little Christmassy hedgehogs. Ben loved it, that's the main reason we got it. And it's not like brushed cotton or anything, it's just normal bedding. That's on first. Then we go up a level to brushed cotton, and it's got like Christmas people, Christmas village vibes on it, and little sparkly bits on it. Not actual sparkly bits that would irritate my skin, but you know, like little stars and bits, and little pom-poms, and it's gorgeous. And the pillowcases have pom-poms on them, red ones. I love it. And then right the day before Christmas Eve, we put on the teddy fleece. And it's full-blown Christmas, just Christmas trees, pom-poms, it's fleecy, it's fluffy, it's amazing. Now I'm gonna have to find a position for her because I'm in love. Does everyone else wash like new bedding before they put it on their bed? I always do, and then I sit there and wonder if it's unnecessary. But to me, I'm like, no, because like what's touched it before I lay in it in bed? Anyway, I'm going to turn the camera off to open my mum's stuff to check it's not broken, and then I'm going to set you up somewhere else and start wrapping, because that's the whole reason I sat down here, and I feel like I've been here for like an hour chatting with you guys, which has been lovely, don't get me wrong. But I need to actually wrap some stuff today. Okay, I'm ready to wrap. I'm actually buzzing because I just put my Christmas playlist on, and it's the first time this year that I've put that on, so let's get wrapping. Also, so happy, thank you Kath Kitson, because my mum's stuff, I don't know what it is it just because they're crazy busy and it just accidents happen, but I have the worst luck with if I buy anything that can break around Christmas, it comes to me delivered broken every time. And those 3 things can easily break, and no, they're all perfect, so I'm very happy with that. Part of the thing I love most about wrapping the presents is picking wrapping paper for everyone. I am that person. I will pick deliberately and thoughtfully, like I want each person to love their wrapping paper. So I'm going to pick wrapping paper out now and then start wrapping. Cue the time lapse.
Well, I'm all.
You're going for this first. Tell me, baby, do you recognize
Want
me?
it all, from the lights to the mistletoe.
tell me one thing. Is there anything that you're missing? I will keep you warm as soon as you remove that snow. Whatever we do, we will be alright. These holiday wonders will open your mind. May all your wishes tonight come true. The love I lived, the dream I knew. This Christmas I only wanna be close to you.
I did actually put the fairy lights and the floating candles on and it made it feel so cozy and festive in here, and I just put some fake little tea lights on over there as well and our lamp. I love it. Let me show you the wrapped prezzies. They look so pretty. Ta-da! Lovely jubbly. I've got a trillion gift bags upstairs, so absolutely everyone's getting a gift bag this year. I just haven't found the right ones for these three yet, but yeah, this one's got a gift bag, this one's got a gift bag. They're looking very cute. It's got me very, very festive doing this. I'm actually really glad I did it even though I felt unwell, because yeah, it's really got me in the festive mood now. But the only annoying thing is I like finishing them off, you know, with the proper tags and bows and whatever, but all of the tags and bows are in a box that's still in the loft, so I cannot yet do that. I need Ben home for that. Yeah, so I'll show you when I do decorate the presents, but for now, this is them, and I'm very pleased. I'm going to take them upstairs, I think, so that they're out of the reach of the cats. I've actually got now some editing to do of yesterday's video and get that up for you guys. Really pleased with myself that I've already done some wrapping. Like, I'm really pleased. Just a big weight off my shoulders, really. So yeah, time for some editing, and now chill for the evening.